Good day, everyone, and Merry Christmas. Wish you all have a wonderful holiday and everything else. The video today is going to be a bit about some Broken Arrow news, and that is I have successfully infiltrated the Russian, or at least I'm not really sure if this website is Russian, but basically it's where a lot of people hang out in, and it's not the English community, and apparently there's some devs who are actually commenting about or like possibly leaking a bit of information about the next patch that we're going to be having at the start of 2026. So that's why this guy Sergey Kuzmin. But with the help of Mr.
Hello
Ivan
there.
Petrov, we got to know about a lot of information about, or at least a little, just enough to soothe our discontent about the game. So alright, here we go. So I screenshotted most of the important parts down so I don't have to waste your time. And first part is saying like they have a large patch that's going to be not only about balance but also game mechanics. So yeah, he said it again. And then they said they had testers and also game designers, but I'm not sure if they were the guys that were doing the same stuff like for our first few patches, because they need to hire new people to balance the game and not just FLX, please. He actually jumped into the voice chat the other day and then like they talked about it, but I missed it, so I don't really know the contents of it. But the reason why they're on this VK website is because I heard like in one of the comments, or like MBK's video, he said they don't want FLX to know about it. So I don't know, man. Maybe they have beef nowadays. They're gonna fire him or like gonna cut his yearly bonus for 2025. I'm not sure. Yeah, man, almost got the bag though. All right, so next part is they said that Mr. Sergey said that they don't really want to make Russia so focused on the Babars. It is really good though. Or the X-32. I wonder if this is the Terminator or not. But honestly, all I can know about, like even on the a very high level of Broken Arrow, like the only reason people don't play Russia is because they just enjoy playing US more. And you don't particularly have to make Russia extremely strong to make people play Russia, right? Like that kind of ruins the experience. Like nowadays the meta is just US mirrors, and honestly everyone's enjoying it because everyone gets to play US, and we're just trying to like outskill each other, even though sometimes it just devolves into who has more Marines. So yeah, but yeah, like they said, overkill is actually one of the mechanics that they want to fix, and that and they said they have much more, which I don't really know like what more from this post. This is everything that they mentioned. So as for overkill, I think they just don't want to. They just want to kill more planes, honestly. But me personally, I don't think overkill actually fixes a lot of the problems, unless you put at least actually fixing overkill is going to do two things. Let me just find actually, do I just type here? Okay, fixing overkill is gonna change a couple things. First is that in like let's say low elo. I hope I don't offend anyone by typing low elo. In low elo, all you can do is you can put an S300 on supply, and then all of your S300s are gonna fire at stuff, and then they're gonna kill a lot of planes. That works. That's fantastic. Mid elo, like starting mid elo though, people will artillery or like just use planes to just bomb your like S300s that don't move, or maybe artillery it. Then you still have to move. And therefore you will eventually like lose time like resupplying, and then since you fire more frequently when planes fly by, right, you'll have to you might actually be constantly on like zero to no having zero to no missiles in your magazines. So that's another thing. Like if your opponent air spams enough, then yeah, they won't have enough like AA to deal with all the planes that US can bring out, which is actually okay. Like once you start overwhelming their air defenses, then you actually can keep going. I mean, they can keep throwing planes at you, but um, at the cost of like losing a couple in the process. But me personally, like the thing is though, we already in like I think I'm pretty sure even in MIDI though, like people already click planes. Like people already know that overkill mechanic is a thing, and they already right click the planes. Like they have their AA on a hotkey, and then they just click the planes, and then everyone shoots together, even if they miss. And in like one of the messages down below, like I'm pretty sure they mentioned that cold launch is an issue, and a cold launch actually wasn't a problem in the first two patches or three, and it was mainly I'm pretty sure it has something to do with intercepting or something, because in before like they like the way the S300s worked was that they would always like at least curve the missile. Maybe they would miss but not go like vertically upwards, like they're launching a rocket to the moon, so or sending a rocket to the moon. And I think nowadays the reason for cold launch is just because like the S300 didn't have enough time to react to the jet that just briefly entered its range and then exited, so it kind of wasted munition on that. I think fixing cold launch would actually solve, or not solve, but at least by not wasting munitions on planes that you cannot hit, it would be a good thing for S300s. But I think that's what makes people misunderstand. Like maybe like if the plane's already too far enough to actually if the yeah for the S300 to hit it, then it's not going to fire. Therefore, people are going to think why they're going to blame it on overkill, and then they're going to ask devs, "You haven't fixed overkill. What the fuck are you doing?" And to all that, I say people are stupid. But what else can I say? Because you can fix overkill. All your S300s are going to shoot, and then they're all going to cold launch, or or otherwise the more you shoot, like the more likely you're gonna miss, right? So you might still think that like S300s are still bugged when they probably aren't. But then again, we don't really know, since maybe the devs are making a really bugged out game. So uh, but to fixing overkill, especially with like SAM sites, I think the current status is fine, as long as like they make sure that at least make cold launch less frequent, because like they're wasting a lot of munitions that really take some time to resupply. So that's just my thoughts on this. All right, so game mechanics that are changed. Okay, this was a very long one. Yeah, this guy typed an essay. He wasn't even a dev, but I thought his stuff was quite interesting. So oh yeah, okay, base comment. All right, you wanted to know if there would be a button to add quick march. I don't even know what he meant. Oh, let's say sometimes skyscrapers block the movement of helicopters, and then they just get targeted by AA. This is actually a good one about Suwalki, and they just kind of get shot down when they're stuck on top of a building. So landing from the plane for the Russians and Abrams. Oh, okay. Yeah, they also mentioned that this guy also thinks that the Globemaster should be able to carry Abrams, which it actually belongs in airborne. So I think this is only going to work for um, what's it called again? Only going to work for uh, airborne armored or Marines. So AL-76 should be able to maybe load a tank. I don't know. But it would be very funny though to airdrop an Abrams. Yeah, it would be funny. I do think that I do think it would be cool. But the problem is, how do you like in most media that I've consumed, like it's just mainly video games. Does it like have to land and take off again or something? So I don't know. Okay, and then addition of amphibious boats on maps with these kind of rivers. Okay, but what happens if the boat gets blown up? Do they all sink or something? That would be interesting. Honestly, I think I can see amphibious boats being added to the game one day, but then you kind of have to like rebalance most of the other specializations. Like you have 10 specializations to add these boats to. And here, yeah, like here's the cold launch issue that they mentioned. And they think that they gotta fix the animation of launch, but I think as long as they change the launch angles of the S300, it should be fine. Okay, this is the wrong one. That JPEG was from like 3 years ago, by the way. When I still played WoWs. Oops. If you want to know anything about it, it's basically once upon a time you could bring more HP on the ship, and which you actually don't do on like battleships, and then she did, and then I just took a cool screenshot. Anyways, guys, I have some other things to share with you since this is kind of funny. Someone made a JPEG of this. I don't know, man, of Chihuahuas in the fucking Baltic Battalion poster. It was actually quite funny. Man was cooking though. Man was cooking. I don't even know what this means, but I liked it. I will be asking Mr. What's he calling? Ivan Petrov to be on the lookout for memes like these, and I will probably share them with you if I have the chance. So yeah, everyone say thank you to Ivan Petrov. And that should be all for this video. That's about Broken Arrow. Thank you all for watching until the very end, and I also still wish you guys a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. I will probably make an actual like celebrating video for like New Year, but I don't have enough time for Christmas. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers and bye bye.